Hi, everybody. My name is George Bernardo, and today I want to talk to you about vibe coding, right? What is that thing that everyone keeps talking about and how you get started with it? I understand the internet is full of people promising that you can build the next $1 million application just using a prompt. And that's really appealing. But the reality is, not everybody will be able to do that. So, what I want to introduce you today is how you can get started with it. What is it and how you get started? What you need to get started and how do you select the most appropriate tools available out there to use in your home, at work, or just to learn, just to understand what is behind all that hype. All right, as you can see on my screen here, I have Claude open, right? Claude.ai with my regular subscription. And why I'm talking about Claude? Because to start vibe coding, you need to select the technology behind your vibe coding. Have think about it as the brain behind the technology, right? How you are going to think and how who you are going to talk to about your ideas and applications you want to develop. In this case, I selected Cloud Code just because I've been using it for quite a long time and I've been testing different models. So, why what do I mean by models? As you can see here, I have Fable. Fable being the latest model by Anthropic, the vendor of Claude, right? The vendor and the creator of Claude. You can see that we have multiple different models. Each one of those models are specific for very oriented tasks. So Fable is being the latest one, is the one that they recommended should be used for very heavy tasks, very complex tasks. Most efficient model being Sonnet 5, which is also the latest model for Sonnet. Not long ago, we were on Sonnet 4.6. And Haiku for your daily questions and just quick chat and stuff like that. And you have the effort. Effort is how long those models will think about your request. What is the difference between all of those? The quality of the output and how much you pay for it, right? Remember, nowadays, any application, any AI application is being charged by tokens. The more you use and the more output, the more you pay for it, right? Now, with that said, I also want to introduce you how you can select different models to different activities. And for that, I want to present to you Arena. Arena is a leaderboard overview of all available models. And as you can see here, you have agent, text, web development, vision, document, text to image, image edit, and the models that are more appropriate, including the effort level, right? So in our case here, I'm talking about agent development, right? Or developing applications by just talking to it, just a prompt, all right? For Claude, you actually need a subscription at least on the Pro plan. So it's about $20 that you have to pay. I am on an individual payer, so I'm paying the Pro plan. That is where you start to get Claude Code. That's what we are going to be using today to develop our applications. All right. So now you know the minimum that you need, right, to develop something. Now I want to present you to Visual Studio Code. I am running a Windows computer. You could be running a Mac or even a Linux computer, and you might be able to see other tools. There are many tools available. What Visual Studio Code is, is what we call an IDE. An IDE is a program or a platform that will have everything that you need to develop, right? So you can import libraries, you can work on a terminal, and you can connect it to multiple different plugins. For example, here I have Python, Claude. I also have Codex here, which is for the OpenAI models. And in this scenario here, I'm going to show you a project that I've been working for a while now, right? So what do we have here? So let's say you don't know what you want to develop. So think of something simple, right? Such as your own personal website. I don't know, maybe you want to present yourself, but you don't want to work on any other social network out there. So you can create a website. For example, myself, I have georgebernardo.tech. This website, this is a personal website. You can see that you can navigate through it in Portuguese, English, or Spanish. And there are many things about me, such as my personal trajectory as a professional, cybersecurity professional, some of my personal projects as my own cycling brand. My other technical stuff is also here. You can understand a bit more about me and what I stand for as far as ratio discussions goes and all of that. And I also have some thing going on within the blog. And comes the nice thing about using Claude. You can start and you can talk to it, right? You can talk to it about your ideas. For example, what I have developed, first thing I developed was my personal website. From that, I started having ideas and talking to Claude. How did I talk to Claude? Very important that you understand how an IDE works. Let me close that folder real quick. This is your landing page when you first open Visual Studio or VS Code. And what you need to do is to open a folder. A folder is where all your files will be stored, right? So all files related to one single project. As you can see here, now on the left side, I have all the files that are related to my project. And, and from my personal website, I started talking to it. How did I talk it to it? I simply had the Cloud Code plugin installed in VS Code, and now I can start sessions. With those sessions is as simple as to talk to any other AI chat. I can go like, hey, I see we have done a lot. Is there anything else we could do? Or are we waiting for results? Just simple as that. As you can see here, we have the models that we have selected, the level of offer effort as well. I can attach files, I can clear the conversation, I can roll back any changes that I've done, right? All right, I will let it be running for a while here, but I want to show you where we are right now. So from the blog website here, what I have created, and that's the nice thing about it, I have developed a full content engine, right? And there are many models out there that you could just copy. You can import a lot of stuff, and just replicate it. But what I want to show you is what is possible to be created while you develop yourself. I learned a lot while I was developing it. So now what happens? Whenever I use my personal website to generate a blog post, there are 5 different channels being approached from this blog post. First is a LinkedIn post. Every time I create a new post, I generate a post within LinkedIn. it is posted to the LinkedIn feed post automatically. It generates a carousel into Instagram. It will be queued for approval. So what I have created in Notion is an approval process so I can review it before it gets auto-published into Instagram. Once that is done, it also generates an Instagram reel, right? Most of the time is about a cycling topic. It generates that video, prepares the video, so it uploads it to a blob, and then queues it into approval in Notion as well, right? It goes into a puller, and then it finally gets posted into Instagram. There is also a newsletter. Instead of just sending the blog post, the newsletter will add more information to it. It will add metrics, and that's all based in signals. Nothing gets generated here by accident. There are many signals, including Google News RSS, that are used to generate the blog post. Once that is done, it also queued in Notion, and once approved, it's sent by a script to an application called Resend for broadcasting. And as a second option, it also export the same newsletter, sends over to me for a manual post on a newsletter within LinkedIn. And there is also the podcast. Whatever is generated in the blog gets generated as a podcast. I have a clone of my voice where it's also live on Spotify. The next thing I am able to do here is publish that in Apple Podcasts as well. So you can see there is a lot of going on here. In that process, I learned how to use Notion. I learned how to use Oracle VPS, which is the machine learning, not machine learning, sorry, the virtual machines available in Oracle Cloud. So I don't really need to have my computer running at all the time for all those processes to work. I have it published online. Me authenticate for you here real quick. Okay, now I can show you all the process, all the workflows that I have created. And notice, this is online, it's not local to my computer. So everything here is a workflow that gets triggered by a schedule. And let's see now what I have within as a response. So nothing screwing running in the background, working trees clean and commits are good. The core pipeline, 2 open threads, phase 4, cycling reels, VPS activation, VPS, HSTS header is still missing. Okay, very good. So from there you can have an idea. It's as simple as that to start developing anything. And with that, I hope you have a clear understanding how you can start vibe coding, right? There are many things out there. I highly recommend you to verify whatever vendor you may choose, such as Anthropic, OpenAI, or go to the other side of the world and start using DeepSeek or GLM 5.2, which has been very good on some of the benchmark testings. You know, refer to the most current documentation of those vendors. They usually make public a lot of information and a lot of training material as well. So from that, you can get started. Make sure you use it to learn, to develop yourself while you are in this journey to develop new applications with AI. And I hope you have enjoyed it, and I see you next time. Thank you.